Okay, let's see what this next puzzle has for us. First off, the computer's move. He's currently under check. And so I'm predicting either one of two moves. One is to block with the queen, or the king running scared to any of the squares he's allowed to go to. Can't go here because of the horsey. And he can't go here because of Mr. Rookie. Let's see. All right, we got a king move, as sort of predicted, to this square here. I'll let you pause the puzzle for a few seconds and come up with what to do about this. We're down a little bit of material meaning pieces. They have a queen and we don't, so that's usually DEFCON 1 or 5 or whatever the worst one is.
Tell me this is one of your simulations, Mr. Kittredge. All right. Flush the bombers, get the subs in launch mode. We are at DEFCON 1. DEFCON 1.
And I'll let you pause the puzzle. Okay, hopefully you figured it out. Being that we have no queen and they do, we're going to get pestered pretty soon by their queen and company. A really good move you may have figured out is a check on the king. And the reason that is a good move is that we keep the move.
Lungs filled there again. To see again.
We get another move if we check the king. It is a check on the king move, and we have a couple. The horse can't do it. The bishop can't do it. He's the wrong color, wrong flavor of bishop. You need to be a dark flavored bishop in order to get to that king. If he was dark flavored, he can go here and then kill the king. Unfortunately, he can't. That leaves only these two pieces. Which one to use? Here, there is a very correct and a very incorrect rook to use. And the difference between them is that one rook is limiting the king on where it can go. And it can't go here or here or here or here because of this rook. Mr. Happy Rook here is busy keeping the king where he is. That means the job of slaying the king goes to the other rook. And that is the answer, is to run the rook up here. And what I see when I do these puzzles is that I need to check the king. He's just asking for it. He's standing in the middle of the board with no friends around. Everybody's standing away like he's radioactive. Only his buddy the pawn is here, and his buddy the pawn isn't really even helping in this case. I want to check the king with the correct piece, and it comes down to being this one, because it's not doing anything that this one isn't already doing. Like this rook down here takes away these two squares and this one from the king. This rook up here also takes away these two squares and these two squares. It's already doing its job. What I want to use is the weaker of the two, the lesser of two weevils.
I would choose the right-hand weevil. It has significant advantage in both length and breadth.
There, I have you. You're completely dished. Do you not know that in the service, one must always choose the lesser of two weevils?
And in this case, it happens to be this rook. And moving this rook up to this square here turns out to be the answer to this puzzle. But now we have to check to see if it's checkmate or if there's further moves coming after that. Let's find out. If we move the rook here, if we take this rook and put him here, where can the king go? Remember, there's three ways how to check, and that is to put something between the king and the checking piece. That can't be done. The second way out is to kill the piece doing the checking. That can't be done. The third way out of a check is to run for it. If the rook is here, where can this king go? It can't go here because this rook protects that square. The rook that gets moved protects that square, and so this is not allowable. This square is protected by the higher rook. Also, this one is not allowed to step on your own dude. You're not allowed to go here because the king protects that square, as does Mr. Horsey. You're not allowed to step because the king, you'll be in check. And you're not allowed to go this square here because the rook, it's a tough mate to get in the middle of the board. But we do get it, and that happens to be the answer to this puzzle. This is checkmate. As you can see now, this is the rook to use. And so we'll make this move. Hopefully we get the green light. We did. And that was the answer to that puzzle. Let's take a look to see how many people get this one right. And it's rated at 1216. It has an 80% pass rate, and it's been tried 6,000 times. That feels right to me. 4 out of 5 people get this one right, and hopefully now you are included in those 4 out of 5. I'll see you on the next video. There's your answer.